Did you know that every one of your cells broadcasts energy with a personal frequency, your own radio signal, so to speak? When your radio dial sits in the 70 megahertz range, a desirable sweet spot, you feel clear, healthy, full of vitality, creative, and unstoppable. Dial it down by 10 megahertz, fatigue creeps in. Go down another 10, and illness gets a foothold. In this episode, I described how you have full control of that dial and examples of actions that tune your frequency up or down. Stay tuned to discover more about your personal frequency and what you can do to feel your best and stay healthier even as you age. Welcome to Break Free from the Burnout. This is for you if you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur who's ready to make a real difference in the world. Despite doing all the right strategies and tactics, something hidden is slowing your success. You're listening to Dr. Anastasia Chopelas, physicist turned energy healer, your guide through the quantum shifts that create real-world results so you can grow your business with more impact, income, and ease without burning out. Listen in, your next breakthrough starts now. When I was in grad school, I spent long hours in a cold, dark lab, usually 10 hours. I'd usually drag myself out towards dinner at 6 p.m. with my body and mind spent. I didn't reach for caffeine to keep going or any other sort of artificial stimulant. I'd head over to the student cafeteria where they had the best salad bar ever and have a heaping bowl of raw tomatoes, some broccoli, other greens, and within minutes, my mental fog and physical exhaustion lifted. I did this daily, not realizing that the vegetables carried a high frequency that once I ate them became instrumental in delivering the energy boost beyond the calories and beyond the nutrients. What does that mean for you and your health? Here's what I'll cover to help you feel more energetic, creative, and alert. First, what exactly is a personal frequency? The science of how your body sets that number. Every day, choices that you make can push your frequency dial up or drag it down, so you can choose to thrive on purpose. We'll talk a little bit about the science and the impact it has on you. Think of your body as a musical instrument. The note that is playing is your personal frequency. The frequency can go up if you retune the strings or change the length of a tube in stringed instruments or horns respectively. This frequency can be measured with a device that measures the bioelectric field. Your glands, organs, and systems, including what is called your subtle energies, create measurable frequencies. At your optimal frequency, 68 to 80 megahertz, you have all the mental and physical energy you need and more. You are physically well beyond your years. The usual aches and pains and conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol don't appear even in your 70s or 80s. For example, I'm 72 and I just took my blood pressure. It read 126/82 and I'm on no medication. No, I did not inherit this. People say it must be your genes. It's not. My mom had to take 8 pills a day to control her blood pressure when she was my age, and my grandfather died of a stroke at age 56. I have graduates from my programs that are in the same age category as I am and are also in amazing health. So what does this frequency scale tell you about your health? Humans emit between 0 and 80 megahertz, and a megahertz is 1 million beats per second. To give you some context, how high that is, middle C is about 262 hertz without the mega, so 262 beats per second. At 70 megahertz, your body is at optimal health. When it drops below 60, your immune system becomes compromised, and illness starts to appear below 50. Your glands, organs, and systems degrade. At 40, cancer can proliferate too easily. This isn't woo, it's physics. That might be the bad news. The good news is that you have control over your personal frequency. Here are some behaviors that will lower your frequency. For example, chain smoking or vaping all day. Nicotine's free radicals drag cellular voltage down. If you binge violent media late at night, your brain floods with stress hormones that sap frequency and derail sleep. Stay up very late, pushing your boundaries beyond what your body is asking you. And getting too little sleep. This also floods you with stress hormones, causing you to eat more, gain weight, and eat more of the wrong things that add visceral fat to your body, sending you down a path of more illness. On the other hand, the following behaviors will raise your frequency. 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Your mitochondria recharge, boosting voltage, and you move into the parasympathetic system. A brisk, sunlit walk, movement plus natural light bumps your frequency within minutes. Now that you know what personal frequency is, let's decode how your body sets that number and how you can hijack the process to your advantage. That's coming up next. Ever wonder what drives the frequency level in your system? I'll give you a hint. It's an inside job. It's run by your trillions of microscopic cells working 24/7. Here are a few of the scientifically proven systems that dictate what frequency you are emanating. Electrolytes. These are what I call cations. Yes, I'm a chemist. These are minerals like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium, which create the battery-like gradients that keep every cell humming. They are also enzymes that keep every reaction going. Miss a few servings of leafy greens, and your voltage dips fast. This is why the nightly green salad after a long day in the lab uplifted my energy, my mood, and mental clarity. And it did it quickly. Your mitochondria, these are parts of your cells, which are called organelles, that send out energy to your body that drives your bioelectric field. Toxic overload, inactivity, or chronic stress slows the production of that energy and your frequency drops. What's important is hydration. Water isn't just wet. Inside you, it behaves like a liquid crystal, ferrying electrons and light. Dehydrate by even 2% and frequency slips several megahertz. Your hormones, basically your mood chemistry. High cortisol from deadline panic, that acidifies tissues and bleeds voltage. Serotonin from a sunset walk, it raises your pH, boosts the field. Electromagnetic inputs, sunlight entrains into your body clock and charges your cells. Hours under blue light screens at midnight scramble that signal. That is, staying up late to watch TV or YouTube videos. And here's some proof. Peer-reviewed biophoton research led by physicist Dr. Fritz Albert Popp showed that volunteers switching to a mostly raw organic diet for just 2 weeks emitted significantly stronger biophotonic light than a processed food control group, meaning their frequencies went up. Another scientific study found that 15 minutes of midday light therapy boosted mitochondrial membrane potential and heart rate variability within a single session, both reliable proxies for bioelectric health. Now that you know what shifts your frequency, I'll show you how to take charge of your own well-being. Simple, evidence-backed tactics to raise your frequency and keep it soaring. Your frequency is dynamic, not fixed for life. You can raise it choice by choice, breath by breath. Frequency-lowering activities include midnight doom scrolls and violent media. They both flood adrenals with cortisol, dropping your frequency by up to 10 megahertz overnight. A junk food marathon, high sugar, low nutrient, lots of chemicals. They acidify your tissues, short-circuiting the cell battery or mitochondria. Sitting for more than 10 hours at a time, Muscular idle mode slows the lymph flow that help detox your body. Electrons stagnate and your frequency slides. Here's what you've been waiting for, ways to raise your frequency. So uplifting music, like classical music or songs with upbeat lyrics, improves your mood, which raises your frequency. If the music is tuned to 432 or 528 hertz, which resonates with the heart rate, it pushes your inner voltage upward. Sleep 7 to 9 hours in darkness. Melatonin boosts the mitochondrial efficiency. Sleep before midnight is especially restful. Organic rainbow salad and spring water. Raw plant cations, yes, and structured water refill the cellular capacity, meaning the ability to hold larger charges. Laughter, gratitude, hugs, oxytocin and nitric oxide spikes dilate vessels and brighten the biofield. In other words, it drops your blood pressure. Meditation will raise your frequency by up to 15 megahertz in one sitting. Now you've seen how tiny pivots compound into measurable energetic makeover. Ready to lock in that high frequency? Master your energy from the outside in. Install solid energy boundaries and master 26 quick stress relief hacks to help raise your frequency permanently. Join me inside the Energy Boundaries and Emotional Freedom program. You can check it out at healersu.com/boundaries. Included are frequency raising meditations that help raise your vibe very quickly. And start broadcasting at your highest vibe. Check the show notes for alternatives. Thank you for listening to Break Free from the Burnout. You'll find today's links, takeaways, and resources in the show notes at breakfreefromtheburnout.com. Until next time, I'm Dr. Anastasia Chopelas, sending golden healing light and success vibes on your journey to becoming the aligned, confident, and radiant entrepreneur you were born to be. Your gifts are so needed in this world.